is KCAL News Mornings.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, October 4th. Welcome to KCAL News at 6 on CBS, also streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Rachel Kim.
And I'm Christine Lazar, and we want to start off with a check of your next weather forecast. Meteorologist Marina Jerica joins us live from our weather sphere. Good morning, Marina. I have to say, it feels like fall.
The flames from that massive Chevron refinery fire in El Segundo are mostly out this morning. Now, no one was injured by the blast or the fire, and what caused it is still under investigation. Chevron does not yet know how long it'll take to get the refinery back online. And while the fire is mostly over, the fallout from the flames is not.
Experts say we could see a huge jump in gas prices that we have not seen since the pandemic. KCAL News reporter Elise Martinez is live at a gas station in Sherman Oaks with that part of the story. And Elise, this could be a big shock to everybody's wallet.
Good morning. Like we needed extra stuff to pay for. Everything's so expensive already. We are at the 76 station in Sherman Oaks. We wanted to show you a look at the prices at the pump here. We're seeing about $5.69 for regular and then plus $5.89 premium. You're at $6 here already. So experts saying that we're going to see these jumps as soon as this weekend. Now, the refinery is a key supplier of gas and jet fuel to all of Southern California. The refinery produces 20% of fuel for cars and 40% of jet fuel. Gas Buddy analyst Matt McLean says we may see that spike in prices as soon as this weekend, and it could go up to $1 more at the pump.
Hold your breath. Up to 95 cents per gallon at this point of an increase, really all along the West Coast, but especially in Southern California. This is Chevron's second biggest refinery in the United States. It produces about 20% of all fuel for Southern California.
AAA says the California average is now at $4.64 a gallon. But of course, in Los Angeles, we always see those prices much, much higher. Now, to add insult to injury, with two other refineries in the state closing in the next 6 months, some experts say that could make it even more expensive to fill up. Now, experts say it's hard to know exactly how prices will be impacted until Chevron reveals the extent of the damage. We've reached out to them about this, but so far the company will only say that the refinery continues to supply fuel to its customers. We have reached out to Chevron and we are waiting to get a response to see what the extent of the damage is. But for now, you are expected to pay some higher prices at the pump this weekend. I did hear one expert say that if you don't need to fill up, maybe wait if you can. That way there's not a bunch of people trying to fill up their gas, so that might make the price go even higher. So if you can just relax this weekend, maybe go ahead and do that. But again, prices expect to jump by this weekend. Gonna send it back to you.
Yeah, not what we want to hear. Thanks, Elise. A passenger jet makes an emergency landing at LAX. SkyCal was over the airport just after 10 last night when a Delta Airlines plane taking off for Denver had a pressurization problem and had to turn around and come back. The plane landed safely and no one was injured.
Well, the price of parking in LA is about to go up. The city council approved a rate increase on Friday, pushing the price up 50 cents across the city. Now, the last time the rates went up was back in 2014. The council also directed transportation officials to extend the hours of on-street parking meters to midnight in busy areas and include Sundays as well.
An update on that crash and standoff outside LA City Hall on Friday. A man in his 60s was taken into custody after he drove onto the steps of City Hall and refused to come out of his car. It started around 4 Friday afternoon. We're told he had 2 signs in his car, one saying he was a veteran who wanted Donald Trump to help him, the other saying he didn't want to hurt anyone. Mayor Karen Bass says City Hall was evacuated and nearby streets were closed off. The driver gave himself up after about 2 hours, and the area is now back open.
An update now on the hate-filled brawl in the parking lot of a Simi Valley movie theater. Last night, the district attorney filed hate crime charges. As KCAL's Zach Boetto explains, this is something many concerned members of the community have been waiting for.
We drove up to the city of Ventura today to speak with the district attorney in person. He says it was that video making the rounds on social media of the assault that took place right here in this parking lot, which played a major part in allowing them to file these hate crime charges. New assault and hate crime charges have been filed against the teens in this video involved in what authorities are calling a racially motivated attack. Tonight, the Ventura County District Attorney saying enough is enough.
Hate and hate crimes will not be tolerated.
The suspects on August 1st allegedly targeting 18-year-old Michael Robinson, a young black with the Regal movie theater in Simi Valley. Tonight, the DA's office is charging 5 different teens, including one whose father works for the Simi Valley Police Department. 4 are charged with felony with a special allegation for committing a hate crime, and the other with misdemeanor battery and criminal threats.
When you have stomping, kicking, punching, which is accompanied by hate speech, namely racial slurs, that very well can rise to the level of a hate crime.
In the weeks after the brawl, several Simi Valley residents standing up and voicing their concerns during city council meetings.
They've proven to be nothing but unremorseful.
Tonight, the attorney representing Robinson agreeing with the DA's new charges.
Because these are the appropriate charges for what I saw when I watched a innocent young African-American boy be attacked unprovoked by complete strangers strictly on the basis of his race.
Robinson's attorney now calling for accountability in the courtroom as some Simi Valley residents Friday night feel the DA's charges are justified.
No, he should get justice, especially what happened to him wasn't, fair enough.
I'm just glad that they're finally doing something about it.
All 5 suspects are expected to make their next court appearance a week from today in Oxnard. Meanwhile, the victim's attorney says after these criminal proceedings, they plan to file a civil lawsuit. Reporting in Simi Valley, Zach Boetto, KCAL News.
Sean Diddy Combs was sentenced to more than 4 years in prison after a jury found him guilty on prostitution-related charges. In court on Friday, Combs called his own behavior disgusting, shameful, and sick.
He argued today, the defense, that he is a different man today, now that he's no longer on drugs. That may be true, but he still has to pay the consequences of what he did when he was addicted.
Combs has already spent 13 months in jail and will get credit for that time served. The judge also gave him 5 years of supervised release and a $500,000 fine.
In the Middle East, a stunning turnaround raises hopes of a ceasefire in Gaza and the release of hostages held by Hamas. Christian Benavides has details of the deal and the hurdles that lie ahead.
Smoke could be seen rising from Gaza this morning, but there is newfound hope on both sides that there could soon be an end to the war between Israel and Hamas after the two agreed to parts of a deal brokered by President Trump.
I think it's a really good sign of the whole situation. The deal that Trump and Bibi Netanyahu, they are preparing for Hamas, they are making for Hamas, it's a good deal.
It's happy news. It saves those who are still alive. This is enough. We are tired, this man living in Gaza said. Hamas said it agreed to release the hostages it took on October 7th, nearly 2 years ago, as part of an overall deal to end the war, but wants to negotiate some parts of the deal.
The first condition is that the war should stop, as President Trump said. If we release all of the war prisoners, the war gonna stop.
President Trump posted on social media, based on the statement just released by Hamas, I believe they are ready for lasting peace. Israel must immediately stop the bombing of Gaza so that we can get the hostages out safely and quickly.
This is a big day. We'll see how it all turns out. We have to get the final word down and concrete.
Late Friday, Israel said it was ready to implement the first phase of President Trump's plan.
Christian Benavides, KCAL News.
Time right now is 6:09. Coming up, sounding the alarm. Local city officials discussing the flaws and failures highlighted in a new report on the response to the January